Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, and today I'm excited to be bringing you my Week 2 game from the CCL, the Chuck E. Cheese League, Season 3. I guess it's being called Season 3. Season 2 was won by Nick because he was going to be in it, so they never actually had it, but they just decided he won it for whatever reason. But yeah, Week 2 of the CCL. We got off to a pretty decent start, winning 3-0 against Swag last time. Now, this week, we play against Pippo and Leech Siege United. His links will be down in the description. He's got a pretty sort of threatening team going on. I'll run down the squad he can pick from. He drafted in Weavile, Latias, Talonflame, Ferrothorn, and Dragalge, Blastoise, Deblade, Kingdra, Politoed, Granbull, and the Mega Swampert. So, excuse me, as you can see, he's got the Premier Rain team going on that he can pick from. Which is spooky, you know, but nothing we can't deal with a bit of gimmickry on our side. So the team I decided to bring against him, real quick, going to go over it. We've got sort of lead Azelf, Sash with Rocks, U-turn, Knockoff and Zen Headbutt. We've got physically defensive Klefki to answer. As a counter to the Weavile, we've got sort of mixed rain sweeping, what's it called, Seismitoad, EV to outspeed a Mega Blastoise. We've got specially defensive, rapid spinning Hitmontop, we've got Fizz Def Milotic, and we have a bulky Swords Dance Aegislash. So, on Pippo's team, we've got Weavile, Politoed, Talonflame, Kingdra, Mega Swampert, and Ferrothorn. So, kind of things I expected to see, which is fine. We both have a lot of hazard stacking potential. I have removal, he does not. So, you know, once I can sort of neuter that Ferrothorn, I can start getting my hazards up and hopefully be doing a lot of work to his team. But I don't really know a lot about Pippo, to be honest, so this was always going to be a bit of an interesting game. You know, I haven't been around his channel very long. I've had a look at some of the stuff he's done, and I think last game he decided to bring Gravity, which I like. You know, it's sort of looking to be a sort of man after my own heart with the kind of gimmicks that he will like to run. So it's going to be an interesting one. So without further ado, let's get right into the game, see how things played out. So, going to lead with my Azelf, but he's going to predict that nicely, go with the Weavile. I don't want to be taking a fake out, I am sashed, so I'm going to go into my designated counter, that's going to be Klefki, as he goes for indeed that fake out, which does absolutely nothing, and he chose to be Life Orb. I get some leftovers back. He does not want to stay in here, I know that. He's going to go into Swampert, but this is a chance for me to get up my first layer of spikes. Now, I don't want to be staying on him yet. I'm going to go into my answer to this, that's going to be Milotic. As he megas up, and just going to go for the Waterfall, I guess, afraid of my Magnet Rise. But Milotic takes it very well. He's not going to want to stay in here, I could be Scalding. He's going to go into the Ferrothorn, take a bit of hazard damage as I go for the Scald. I very fortunately get the crit burn because I'm lucky and bad. So that is already starting to neuter this Ferrothorn. Here, I'm going to go into my Azelf to get in before Rocks so I can get my own up. That's exactly what happens. He's going to go for the Rocks, take a bit of burn damage, and I'm going to get my own Rocks up. Here, he's going to go for Gravity again, so I was like, oh god, what is he planning? I'm not sure I'm a fan of this situation. I switch into Klefki, hoping to get more hazards up, as he goes for the Shadow Claw, which is interesting. Nice option there to try and take on my Klefki, so good building on Pippo's part. But once again, this is another free opportunity for me to get up another layer of spikes. And as he goes into his Politoed, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, here, I've shown that there's simply nothing I can do to this Mega Swampert. This looks like a free switch in for him. But I've been hiding Hidden Power Grass, which I go for, and that's a clean 2-hit KO from that kind of range of health. I can live an Earthquake, but he has Dynamic Punch with Gravity, which is beautiful. I do get confused, but I'm not going to be too mad because that's a fantastic little strategy you've got going on. So here I'm going to switch into my Milotic. Once again, Pippo not going to go for the Earthquake, fearing my Magnet Rise. He goes for Waterfall, I get a bit of leftovers back. Now, I can live an Earthquake from this range. He does get a crit, which is unfortunate. I would have been able to take him out with a Scald, but it's okay. I can go into Seismitoad and Revenge. As I say, I am EV to outspeed a Mega Swampert in the rain. Go for Grass Knot, that's going to take out the Mega Swampert very nicely indeed. Now, in comes the greatest nickname I've ever seen. Ledley Kingdra is amazing. I stay in a knockoff here, knockoff the Razor Claws. He reveals he's been bluffing Swiftswim. He's actually going to be the Sniper set. He goes for sub. I'm going to break it with an Earth Power. I have to stay in here and sort of sack off Shardy's Tears just in order to get this thing out from behind a sub. So down it goes, rain stops, and I go into my Hitmontop. I'm fully Spid F. I can take any hit from this guy. He's going to go for Draco, do about half my health. I do tank it, and I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin here. Get rid of Hazard on my side, and then take him out with a Mach Punch. This is good. No more Hazard on my side. His Hazard setter, Ferrothorn, is dead on entry to my own Hazards. So, what's Pippo going to do here? Well, tell you, he's going to bring in his Talonflame. Now here, I'm going to predict a Roost. He's actually going to miss a Willow, which is very unfortunate, and predicting Roost, I just go for a close combat. Now, here, you know, I don't really have a switch into this guy. He realises he just wants to take me out at this point. He can't sort of mess around. He's going to go for the Brave Bird, and down I go. Problem is, I can't stop him from going for Roost now, which he does. I'm going to go for the knockoff, and it turns out Pippo is packing the Charty Berry. Good building on his part. And what you're going to see here is this game of Roost versus Zen Headbutt. I'm doing just over what he can Roost back, but really Pippo's only real chance is to wait for a miss and hope that he gets it. Like, I'm not scared, I'm sashed. So at the very least he'll be revengeable, hopefully. But as you can see, Roost is going off, Zen Headbutt, thankfully I trained in the mountains and I'm not missing. He's going to go for one more here. I'm going to hit my Zen Headbutt, take him down to 2%, and now is when he realises this isn't working. He just has to go for damage, break my sash, take himself out to recall. I could have tried to predict that, but I just went for Zen Headbutt. Now in comes the Weavile. I'm actually just going to leave my Azelf in here. I don't want to take too much more damage on Klefki. So down I go to a crit that definitely didn't matter. And I'm going to bring in my Klefki. And yeah, he's going to go for a knockoff. Just try and get as much damage as possible. Get rid of my passive recovery as I go for the Dazzling Gleam. And now we're in a situation where it's basically 2-on-1 because one of his mons is dead on switching. In comes the Politoed. He's going to set up his Rain. Now Scald will take me out. I'm physically defensive. So I'm going to get some chip damage with the Dazzling Gleam. And he's going to take me out with a Scald. So now it comes down to a basic 1v1. Aegislash versus Politoed. He goes for Hypnosis and misses. That was what he was looking for Gravity for, as I go for a beautifully animated Sword Stance. And here, he goes for it again. For whatever reason, I don't go for the Shadow Sneak. I don't really know why. I go for Sacred Sword. He's missed 2 Hypnoses, and that's going to take out the Politoed. Burbot off the Ferrothorn. That guy is dead on switching. And that, ladies and gents, is going to be the game. So yeah, we take a second win out of 2 against Pippo and Leech Siege United. A great game, a lot of back and forth going on in this one. A few crits flying around here and there, some mattered, some really didn't. So yeah, can't be too mad about the little bits of hacks that happened in this game. I certainly can't be mad about Dynamic Punch. Like, if it was no god Dynamic Punch on Machamp, I'd be a little bit mad. But the fact he's running Gravity, I can't be mad. I'm a big fan of that kind of strategy, using Gravity to make moves more accurate. So yeah, fair play to him. Don't mind it at all. But yeah, we are 2-2 in the CCL, which is absolutely grand. Next week, next week I'm looking forward to. Next week we play the meme himself. We play Ethan, Erasmus Gaming, one of my very good friends who I've known for a long time on YouTube, formerly a part of the PPL. Still very much involved in the background of it, but just not taking part. So I'm really looking forward to playing Ethan. I always love playing Ethan, he's a great guy. That's going to be fun, so keep an eye out for that game. Probably going up sometime next week. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to get out of here. I've rambled on for long enough, so thank you very much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to head down into the description to check out the links to Pippo's Twitter and YouTube. You can see his side of this game as well as all the rest of his great content on his channel, so make sure you head there and check him out. But as I say, I am going to get out of here, so my final thank you to you all for watching, and I guess with that, I'll see you next time. Laters.